welcome guys to a special Fansforum. मेरा दिल धड़कदा क्यों मैं इन्ना खुश हां पंजाबी अपना राजस्थान रोज का सब हीरो मेरा बहुत प्यारा memories आज सारी पूरी होगी. Yeah, and I was saying in Punjabi because I can't express myself how khush I am to have one of the reasons why I wear the Rajasthan Royals, the one stara, ek stara hega sadi jersey te, ta is bande na any important role play is stara le liye na, we can't say enough. So guys, I want you to put all your cameras on, your volume on. Sare volume achwa chukko. और ऐसी इंग्लैंड च बैठे हैं, अमेरिका च बैठे हैं, इंडिया च बैठे हैं, तो पाकिस्तान च बैठे हैं, सारे लोग एक हल्ला बोल सोहेल ली हल्ला बोल. Thank you, and if you can put your mics back on mute, you will all have a chance to speak to Sohail today. I am just going to ask Sohail some questions so we can obviously get to know him a bit better and talk about the past, and then I will leave the floor for you guys to talk to Sohail. You can talk in Hindi if you feel like talking in Hindi or Punjabi or English. So nobody don't feel that you cannot express yourself in English. You will have the chance to speak to Sohail ji. Okay, so it's my great pleasure and honor to welcome the first Purple Cap winner. Sub history de vich jo kuch marji koi kare, nobody will ever be the first Purple Cap winner. Nobody will ever be the first winner of the IPL. And for me, the man of the tournament for the IPL, apna pra, apna Punjabi pra, apna Punjabi dost, Sohail ji, ki haal chal hai?
Vadiya Sardar ji, vadiya. Tusi sunao kiddaं ki haal chal?
सब ठीक है, सब इन्नी खुशी आई. मेरा फोन ही हटिया जब मैं अनाउंस किया आधा घंटा होया. मैं क्या सोहेल जी आओगे, मैं किसी ने नहीं दसिया, दो तीन खास बंदे ने दसिया सोहेल ने आना है. ओ मैंने क्या पाजी गप मारदा और जेदा पता मसाला लाता सोहेल आऊगा सारे इकट्ठे होंगे. मैं क्या कोई गल नहीं साडी, मैं क्या गल तो है कि सोहेल कहता होगा वो आऊगा जरूर. So it's brilliant. I'm going to just go back to 2008 because I don't want to take too much time because I want the panel today. So this is an international fan Zoom. We have members from all of India. We have some members from Pakistan, Bangladesh, Australia. Samay can't make it today because he's in Australia. I want to see Sohail, but obviously it's late in there. And Upian has his exam in Kolkata. So Upian, good luck to you. And Sohail is here to wish you good luck as well. And again, we're going to talk about the IPL, some of your career, and some questions from the panel of saying that. For the international leg of Legends, this is our third program, and you are our third program, but for me, the main man. So I'm so happy to be having this invitation with you. You can see how Paji da chehra, Paji di muchha bhi upar ho gaya kake Sohail nana. So
I can see that. I can see that, Paji, and it's an honor, and I'm very happy to be with you guys. Obviously, to recall those memories, obviously, mere aste bhi lifetime memories and the time I spent with Rajasthan Royal and in IPL and all that.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to go back to 2008 now, and when you got the call up to play for Rajasthan Royals, what the feeling ki could you express yourself, say I'm playing in the IPL, what is this new tournament?
Aji, honestly speaking, on that time, I mean, because it was start of this franchise cricket, and nobody knew what's coming. I'll be very honest, because I was very new in international cricket. Like, I started my career in 2007 in World Cup. Everybody knows that, and it was only like 6 months I was in that scenario. So for me, I mean, when I got picked and when I get called from my cricket board, that's how it happened. I mean, I got called from my cricket board director. He told me that this thing is happening in India, and you have contract in your hand. So I'll be very honest, from that time, mainu nahi si pata ki ki cheez hai, kinni vaddi hai. I mean, but and there is a story behind. I mean, you remember I didn't play first 2 games because I was in Pakistan when IPL started. I was sitting in Pakistan because my manager, the team manager, Rajasthan Royal manager, told me that at the moment, because Shane Warne was captain and coach as well. So he said that captain asked me to tell you that stay there. If we need you, we'll call you. So I was sitting in Pakistan while Rajasthan was playing against Delhi and they lost by 10 wickets, something like that. बहुत घट बंदे नूं पता होनी है story. So then I spoke to Mr. Lalit Modi. He was league chairman on that time. And he said, no, you have to be here. Everybody who's picked has to be here with the team. And then team has to decide whether they want to play you or not. So I said, okay. Then I got call from my team manager and he said, okay, we're going to book your flights and you have to come here. So then I flew from Rawalpindi to Lahore, Delhi, and the next game was in Hyderabad. So I went to Hyderabad. The day I arrived there, we had game against Hyderabad. And I met Shane Warne in the morning and he said, you just joined the team, so relax and chill and we'll see in the next game. So that's how it started. I mean, I just wanted to share this thing because nobody, I think, at least in India, nobody knows it.
Wow. And that's the amazing thing. And I say, we're next door neighbors. You get the call. Next minute, you put the blue jersey on. And then the tournament starts. And whilst the tournament was starting, and I'll keep this quite brief, is when it was going round by round and you started playing, did you feel at home straight away with the squad? And how did they make you feel?
Well, I mean, it was quite relaxed and chill atmosphere. I'll be honest with you. I mean, I didn't have anything to worry about. I mean, when I joined the team, we, as I said, like I didn't play against Hyderabad. Then we had game against Bangalore in Bangalore, I guess. So Shane Warne actually didn't see me because I was very new in international cricket. So he had no clue about me, who I am. So he first saw me in the nets bowling when he saw me bowling, and then he started liking me. And then he played me in Bangalore, and I bowled well, especially with the old ball in the second spell. I bowled well with my mixed up slow ones, and nobody had any clue against my slow ones. So that time, Shane Warne was like, "Okay, now you're gonna be my main man." And मिक्स अप होने च कोई एडा मसला नहीं होया सरदार जी. मेरा इंडिया उस तो पहले भी टूर हो चुके सी. Like we had tour against India in 2007 where I played my only 2 test matches. So मैं उत्थे पहले जा चुके सा and people were very overwhelming. I'll be honest. I mean, I went India about 4-5 times and I never had any issue. I mean, people were really friendly, loving, and especially when you start performing, you start getting more respect. So I really enjoyed my time. I mean, beside cricket, I really enjoyed. I get a lot of respect, a lot of fan following. That's why I always say that when it comes to league cricket, I enjoyed my time in IPL.
And that's it. And then obviously we were sitting there. मैं अद्धा पंजाबी फैन सीगा तो मैं अद्धा राजस्थान रोज फैन सीगा क्योंकि
I can understand that.
मेरी मम्मी बीकानेर दी है राजस्थान दी and my dad is from Jalandhar, Punjab. But obviously being in Punjabi, I didn't even know my
heritage. I can see your mom is more stronger than your dad, huh?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Why you Rajasthan Royal fan, huh?
That's why, yeah. So oh khush ho lappi. So when we played Punjab, and I said, "Wasi the khoshi ke, you know," and I said, "Mom, Rajasthan jiti, that's my team." And I actually found out about my heritage in 2008 because I didn't know where Bikaner was. I thought India, and then I found out my heritage there, and then we found out, okay, cool, Rajasthan is my team. And jo tusi jit gaye, main to sachi, you know, we say song khana in Punjabi, song, and the reason why it was you, yeah. I said when I saw you bowl, I said, "Hi, kinna kamal ka bowling kya, kinni team spirit ya, Shane Warne ka captain, okay, this team is mine." And after that, I've always supported Rajasthan Royals, and you are the main reason why I support Rajasthan Royals. And I tell everyone that. And I say, it just reminded me of me playing in the park with my friends. ऐसे इंग्लैंड दे विच when we play cricket in the car, we didn't, you know, my friends are Pakistani, Bangladeshi, from West Indies, and we will all play together. And this was the IPL. I said, yeah, man, this is my team. And that's why very small. I'm going to cut it there now. I'm going to get some of the panel to ask you some questions, because that's the reason why they're all here. I'm going to start with Deep. And Deep is our stats guru. And Deep will ask you the first question, and then we will get all the time. We've got to go to 20 minutes. So keep your questions nice and short, and Sohail will answer them. Deep.
राइट सर, एक प्लेयर होने के नाते आपने हमारे साथ ये शेयर किया कि एक यूनिक एक्सपीरियंस जो आपका राजस्थान रॉयल्स के साथ था, तो जो शायद कई सारे फैंस को नहीं पता। तो ऐसा ही एक और आपके कैरियर में यूनिक चीज हुई थी, जो कि आपके नी सर्जरी होने के बावजूद आपने एक बहुत ही स्ट्रॉन्ग कमबैक किया। फिर उसके बाद आपने लगभग 350 T20 खेलते हुए 350 से ज्यादा विकेट आपने लिए, और वो भी बड़े बड़े विकेट, बड़ी बड़ी परफॉर्मेंसेस। सो इतने लंबे कैरियर के लिए आपने अपने आप को कैसे फिट रखा, और इंजरी के बाद आपने अपने रेजिम में क्या क्या चेंजेस करे?
दीप, वेरी गुड क्वेश्चन। थोड़ा मुझे आपने वो इमोशनल कर दिया, बिकॉज इट वाज वेरी टफ एंड आई वाज वेरी अनलकी टू हैव दैट सर्जरी और नी इंजरी वेरी अर्ली इन माय कैरियर। मतलब नॉर्मली फास्ट बॉलर्स को इंजरीज होती हैं, यू नो दैट, लेकिन वो लेटर पार्ट ऑफ देयर कैरियर जब वो काफी कुछ अचीव कर लेते हैं। मेरे साथ आई वुड से आई वाज bit unlucky to had it very early in my career, so वो बड़ा मुश्किल था। when I went to Australia, I was like very chill, मैं जाऊंगा वहां पे और वो नी सर्जरी होगी and within few days I'll be fine and start playing। वो एक मेरा, क्योंकि I had no clue about it, but जब वो सर्जरी होगी, जब मैंने अपना वो नी का हाल देखा, my knee was like that swollen and I was on crutches, or on that time I started thinking that I'm done, because I was on crutches for like 1 month and my leg was like this straight. I couldn't even move it. So आप समझ सकते हो कि उस टाइम तो इंसान को ये लग रहा होता है कि whether I'll be able to walk freely or not. क्रिकेट तो कहीं मतलब वो दूर तक था ही नहीं. But to cut it short, I think the thing which kept me going was my self-belief. Yes, there were times when I was in pain. मैंने काफी कुछ बर्दाश्त किया, बट मेरा, आई थिंक जो क्रिकेट के लिए मेरा पैशन था, that kept me going. Otherwise it would have been very difficult. And back in that era, I mean 2008, 9, 10, उस टाइम पे हमारे सब कॉन्टिनेंट में शायद इतना नॉलेज भी नहीं था स्पोर्ट्स मेडिसिन की। मैं अगर बात करूं, इतना रिहैब्स और वो चीजें इतनी ज्यादा अभी नहीं आई थी। अगर अब मैं देखता हूं तो अभी तो हमारे यहाँ भी काफी कुछ नॉलेज और एडवांस साइंस आ चुकी है व्हेन इट कम्स टू क्रिकेट और स्पोर्ट्स। सो इट वाज क्वाइट टफ, बट एज आई सेड, इट वाज माय पैशन ऑफ गेम, जिसने मुझे हमेशा जगाए रखा, आई वुड से। और जैसे आपने कहा कि आई प्लेड माय मोस्ट ऑफ क्रिकेट आफ्टर द सर्जरी, एंड अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह, थैंक्स टू ऑलमाइटी के मैंने हमेशा अभी तक अच्छी परफॉर्मेंस चल रही है। कभी ऐसा नहीं हुआ, यस फेज आते हैं, कभी आपकी फॉर्म थोड़ी 19-20 होती है, बट ओवरऑल अगर मैं देखूं, जैसे आपने स्टैट्स की बात की, यू मस्ट नो एवरीथिंग, तो आई थिंक कि मैंने अपनी परफॉर्मेंस को मेंटेन किया, बल्कि ग्रेजुअली उसको इंक्रीज किया, ना कि डिक्लाइन की तरफ आया।
Right. And that's brilliant, and that's the big thing, Deep. It's the emotion of the game, and you talk a lot about the emotion of the game, and having that drive and commitment from adversity to what Sohail has achieved. It makes us all feel that cricketers are human as well, and that we can go and drive anything in life. Sada goal hove, it's over there. If we try hard and we train hard, live correctly, we will get there. My second question is going to go to Sanchit. Sanchit is a keen royal. Sab to badhiya halla bolda. Sanchit,
okay.
Sanchit in Mumbai. Sanchit, please speak to Sohail, please.
Yeah, hello Sohail. First of all, I've heard so much about you from my elder brother. Honestly, I am just 21 years old, and when you played for Rajasthan Royals, I was just 8 years old. But I've seen seen your impact for the team, and I have actually one combined question. Many would remember you bowling those magnificent spells with the ball, but I have read somewhere that you were actually called as a pinch hitter, and I have seen one of your innings where you scored 18 ball 50 back in Caribbean League. So
Yeah, yeah.
do you consider yourself as a bowling all rounder who likes to bat, or do you see yourself as a pinch hitter, because you could hit the really big sixes, I must tell you.
Well, I consider myself as a bowling all rounder. I mean, you have seen only my few glimpses in CPL maybe, but because I know myself, I have scored with bat in all formats. Whether you talk about red ball, I mean, I couldn't get chance to play Test cricket. It's only like 2 tests which I played. But अगर आप पूरा मेरा फर्स्ट क्लास कैरियर उठा के देखोगे तो I have scored 5 centuries, 14, 15 half centuries with average of 29, 30. I took about more than 300 wickets, which makes a balance. I think you can easily call me a bowling all-rounder. And yes, I think I didn't do justice to my batting skills when it comes to international cricket, maybe. But yes, I totally consider myself as a bowling all-rounder.
And that's it. We realized that Sohail, I seen him in the nets. I looked at some coverage in the nets yesterday. Both in the left-handed drives, and it's really good. I'm going to go to, thank you, Sanchit, so much for that. Saksham, one of the main organizers of this event. Saksham, bye.
Okay.
Paji, Sat Sri Akal, all the way from Delhi. पाजी आपको जैसे हम देखते हैं सोहेल पाजी की मतलब आप T20 गेम्स है ना, फ्रेंचाइज क्रिकेट, बट मैं आपको 2007 में लेके जाना चाहता हूँ पाकिस्तान टूर ऑफ इंडिया जिसकी आपने बात करी है ना, वहां पर आई थिंक आप टीम में भी नहीं थे, उमर गुल को कुछ इंजरी हुई थी, उसके बाद आए थे, और वो एक विकेट मैं आपको याद दिलाना चाहता हूँ राहुल द्रविड़ की जो आपने ली थी, और वो मतलब इतनी स्विंग हुई कि मतलब लेग स्टंप से वो ऑफ स्टंप को उड़ा के ले गई। तो उसके बारे में मैं आपसे जानना चाहूंगा थोड़ा। आपने शायद उस मैच में सौरव गांगुली की भी विकेट ली थी, तो उसके बारे में मैं तो आपसे थोड़ा जानना चाहूंगा। प्लस इसके साथ मेरा एक छोटा सा सवाल और भी है कि आपने इतनी T20 गेम्स खेली है, फ्रेंचाइज क्रिकेट खेली है, चाहे वो G20 लीग हो, IPL भी खेला है, PSL खेला है, कैरेबियन लीग्स खेली है, अब आप क्या देखते हैं अपने लिए कि आने वाला जो आपका 1 साल है या जितने भी साल खेलेंगे आपको क्या लगता है? मतलब मैंने कहीं पे रीड किया था कि आप T20 वर्ल्ड कप को भी एम कर रहे हैं, तो उसके रिगार्डिंग अगर आप हमें कुछ बता पाए।
देखिए, ऑब्वियसली मैं जो इनिशियल स्क्वाड था, I'll take you back to 2007 first, उसका मैं हिस्सा नहीं था। पहले ODIs थे, so ODIs में I did well and then Umar Gul got injured, तो मुझे उसको रिप्लेस करना था। So पहला टेस्ट हमारा वो दिल्ली में था, और आपको पता है इंडियन पिचेस आपको पता है, बट दिल्ली अगर मैं कहूँ कि if I have to pick one pitch, it's maybe दिल्ली हो जो आपकी वहां पे है पंजाब में मोहाली में जो पिच है, अगर एज ए फास्ट बॉलर आई हैव टू पिक वन, तो बाकी तो आपको पता है वो वहां पे तो वो तो अपनी दही निकालने वाली बात है। सो इट वाज अच्छा, थोड़ा स्पोर्ट हो रहा था क्योंकि ठंड थी, सर्दियां थी, तो थोड़ा सा वो बॉल थोड़ा सा वहां पे स्विंग हो रहा था, स्पेशली इन फर्स्ट इनिंग। सो वो ड्रेविड वाला बॉल आई ऑलवेज कॉल इट कि वो माय बॉल ऑफ माय कैरियर था, आल्दो कि शायद अभी मैंने 1-2 साल और भी शायद खेलनी है, बट आई ऑलरेडी कंसिडर दैट बॉल ऑफ माय कैरियर, क्योंकि ड्रेविड इज लाइक उनको द वॉल का लकब मिला, एंड देन उसके डिफेंस को, और वो जिस तरीके से, बिकॉज आई idealize Wasim Akram जब मैं छोटा था तब भी, तो I remember Wasim Akram getting Dravid out in similar fashion। अगर आपने देखा हो तो वो सेम उसी तरह की बॉल पे उन्होंने भी आउट किया था, तो वो सिमिलर बॉल थी कि मतलब वो लेग स्टंप से बाहर पिच हुआ, Dravid भाई went to drive me towards on, और वो पूरा बॉल स्विंग होके तो उनके जाके मिडिल स्टंप ऑफ स्टंप को हिट किया था। So obviously for me getting Dravid and Ganguly out in my first inning in Test cricket was like big achievement. So I really enjoyed that. बाकी जो आपने सवाल किया about my remaining career, what I think about myself, obviously I'm targeting for me Pakistan, to play international cricket, to play for my country was always a priority. And जब भी मैंने लीग क्रिकेट भी, मैं हमेशा हर इंटरव्यू में बोलता हूँ कि whenever I play league cricket, my motivation was to be back in the team, do well and make my case more stronger. तो obviously I'm trying. पिछले 2-3 साल में मेरी performances बहुत अच्छी रही. Unluckily अभी इस PSL में जो early start हुआ वो इतना अच्छा नहीं हुआ, but still there's half of PSL remaining, which is coming after 1.5 months maybe. So I'm definitely eyeing on that to do well. Everybody knows about my skills, or it's not about only skills. My performances are there. If you talk about last PSL, even year before PSL, फिर मैंने जो हमारे domestic T20s होते हैं, I was best bowler in that as well. So my case is quite stronger, and then I have experience as well. I'm the highest wicket taker in Pakistan in T20s as well. So let's see. But obviously, as a player, nothing is in your hand. The only thing you can do is motivate yourself, keep doing well, keep working hard, and leave rest on Allah. So that's what I'm doing.
And that's what you need to do. And with the increase in fitness and diets and stuff with cricket, we can hopefully see Sohail play till he's 40. 40 साल तो हो गया ना, फिर तो बड़े मजे आएंगे साडे, because you guys will be growing up. I'll be nearly 60 by then, and I'll have the pleasure of knowing Sohail. And I know why he liked Mohali. साग बहुत गुड ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਮੋਹਾਲੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ. ਸਾਗ, ਮੱਕੀ ਦੀ ਰੋਟੀਆਂ, ਸਾਗ, ਸਭ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਖੁਸ਼ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਮੱਕੀ ਦੀ ਰੋਟੀ ਤੇ ਸਾਗ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਖਾਣ. I'm going to go to Anuj. ਸ਼ਖਸ਼ਮਨ ਤੇਰਾ ਸਵਾਲ ਪੁੱਛ ਲਿਆ, ਹੁਣ ਤੇਰਾ ਕੀ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਹੈ?
हाँ जी पाजी, मैं बिल्कुल यही क्वेश्चन पूछना चाह रहा सी, वो सक्षम ने पूछ लेता. पाजी सत श्री अकाल. सोहेल पाजी.
सत श्री अकाल जी. सत श्री अकाल.
हाँ जी पाजी, मैं आपसे पूछना चाहूंगा, आपके थोड़े बचपन के दिनों में लेके जाना चाहता हूँ, जो आपने क्रिकेट स्टार्ट किया था, उस एक्शन के बारे में थोड़ा हमें बताएं, क्योंकि काफी लोगों के लिए बहुत नई चीज थी. हमने कभी ऐसे किसी बॉलर को नहीं देखा था कि इतना अजीबोगरीब सा एक्शन, और उसके साथ साथ स्पेशली जब T20 वर्ल्ड कप में भी हमने देखा, वहीं से शायद शुरुआत हुई थी, काफी ज्यादा नजरों में आया. उसके बाद IPL में आप पर क्या विनर थे. तो उस एक्शन के बारे में थोड़ा बताइए, बचपन के दिनों के बारे में बताइए, कब से कैसे शुरुआत हुई, कैसे पाकिस्तान खेलने का मौका मिला. साथ ही साथ 2007 से लेके आज हम 2021 में आ चुके हैं, किस तरीके से क्रिकेट को आप देखते हैं, कितना बदलते हुए आप देखते हैं, क्योंकि इन 13-14 सालों में काफी कुछ चीजें बदली हैं, और आपके हिसाब से किस तरीके से वर्ल्ड क्रिकेट को ग्रो होता हुआ देख रहे हैं आप?
देखिए, काफी सारे क्वेश्चन आपने पूछ लिए. मैं कोशिश करूंगा कि उनका शॉर्ट आंसर करूं. एक्शन इस जो है वो ऑब्वियसली नेचुरल है. आप डेवलप नहीं कर सकते. ना मैं खुद किसी को ये सिखा सकता हूं, ना आप डेवलप करा सकते हैं, और ना कोई कोच कराना चाहेगा. यस, इसके कुछ एडवांटेजेस हैं, देन देयर इज लॉट ऑफ डिसएडवांटेजेस एज वेल. वो जो मेरी नी सर्जरी के आगे मैंने बात की, मे बी दैट इज वन ऑफ द रीजन एज वेल. बाकी मैंने खुद जब बचपन में, मुझे मेरे साथी जो मेरे साथ खेलते थे, दे यूज्ड टू टेल मी कि यार तुम्हारा एक्शन बड़ा अजीब है, जैसे अभी आप बोल रहे हो. बट ऑब्वियसली बैक इन 2003, 4, 2, 3 उस टाइम पे ना कोई मोबाइल कैमराज, ना इतनी वीडियोस कुछ तो होती नहीं थी. सो आई हैड नो क्लू कि ये क्यों बोलते हैं. आई वाज फीलिंग कि यार मैं भी नॉर्मल रन अप लेके आता हूँ, भाग के आता हूँ, बॉल कराता हूँ बाकी की तरह, तो ये क्यों बोलते हैं. बट व्हेन आई प्लेड फर्स्ट फॉर माय डोमेस्टिक टीम, और that tournament was coming live on TV. So जब हमारा मैच हुआ, उसके बाद मुझे हाइलाइट्स देखने का मौका मिला. Then I realized कि नहीं, there is something different in my action. So मैंने कहा नहीं यार, ठीक बोलते थे बेचारे जो बोलते थे. बाकी क्रिकेट डेफिनेटली चेंज हुई बहुत ज्यादा. Even when I started in 2007, मेरे ख्याल में 2015 के वर्ल्ड कप से बाद क्रिकेट बहुत चेंज हुई. आप देखें कि अब आप जो रेंज ऑफ शॉट्स है, टिल्ट होगी टुवर्ड्स बैटिंग, ये मैं जरूर कहूंगा. इवन इन T20 और वनडेज काफी ज्यादा बैट्समैन के लिए चीजें जो है वो इजी होती जा रही हैं. प्लस कुछ उनकी एज ए बैट्समैन, मेरे ख्याल में सब जितने भी बैटर्स हैं उनकी भी, उनको क्रेडिट गोज टू देम कि उन्होंने काफी कुछ इनोवेशन की, नई शॉट्स डेवलप की. अब ऑब्वियसली एज ए बॉलर आपके पास वही 3 स्टंप्स हैं, उन्हीं के अंदर आपने बॉल करना है, या वही लिमिटेड रिसोर्सेज हैं या लिमिटेड चीजें जो आप कर सकते हो. बट एज ए बैट्समैन अगर आप देखोगे, वो लैप शॉट आ गया, अब ये लैप शॉट आ गया, अब तो टेस्ट क्रिकेट में भी लैप शॉट लगना शुरू हो गया. आपने अभी देखा, आपके वो ऋषभ पांडे मारे मेरे ख्याल में. तो चीजें काफी कुछ जो है वो चेंज हुई. और ज्यादा फेवर में चली गई, बैटिंग के बॉलर्स के लिए मुश्किल से मुश्किल तर होता जा रहा है। इवन जब मैंने स्टार्ट किया उस टाइम भी क्रिकेट काफी फास्ट थी, लेकिन ये 14-15 रन की एवरेज होना तो वो मतलब उस टाइम भी इम्पॉसिबल था कि आप सोचो कि कोई बैटिंग साइड 6 ओवरों में 90 चाहिए तो वो चेज कर लेगी, लेकिन बट ये आजकल आपको हर तीसरे चौथे T20 में होता नजर आता है।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल।
Oh, that's really good. And again, we're in that situation where the action, everybody remembers Sohail for the action, which is absolutely brilliant. I'm going to go to the US now, and I'm going to go to Ayush. Ayush, a big Rose fan, apna admin of our fan club, which is 63,000 members from the fan club. Sab Dunia represented on that fan club, and one of our admins is Ayush. Ayush is from Detroit, Michigan. Your question for Sohail, please.
Good evening, Sohail bhai. It's an absolute pleasure talking to you. I would just take you back to 2008. To start off with, I was not a Royals fan in 2008. I was a KKR fanboy because of Shah Rukh Khan.
KKR.
Yes, but
Same like many others, man.
exactly. But then, I watched all the IPL matches, and as a lot of cricket pundits, even I thought that Rajasthan Royals has the lowest chance of going to the finals, let alone winning that. And then after the first match, they were destroyed by Delhi Daredevils, 10 wickets lost. What changed after that? Because I saw after the first match, you guys had a complete turnaround. So what was the atmosphere like in the team? And I know it's an abstract question, but how did you do it? What was the one thing that you remember that maybe differentiated Rajasthan Royals from the other teams that helped them so much, especially without having a lot of famous Indian players?
Well, if you ask me one thing, then definitely it was self-belief. Whether it is Shane Warne as a captain, as a leader, or us as a player, as an individual. As you said, we didn't have big names in our team. I think in some way that really helped us, because if I talk about myself, I was there as a kid who want to, make a name, who want to do well, show the world that I am something. So, and same goes to Ravindra Jadeja. Yusuf Pathan was not a big name in that time. Shane Watson, he was out of the team as well. He was not that big player on that time. And we were the performer. We were the 4-5 consistent performer who really did well throughout the tournament and helped Rajasthan Royal to win it. So I think जो हमारा टीम का कॉम्बिनेशन था वो ऐसा था. Sometime ये आपको it could go either way. अगर आप इस तरह की टीम रखोगे तो ये नहीं होगा कि हर बारी वो आपको जिता के देगी, but sometime it really helps to have low profile player जिनका भी नाम नहीं होता है, जिन्होंने अपना नाम बनाना होता है. So I think credit goes to Shane Warne, the way he took performances from us. I think as I mentioned when he saw me first in the Nats and then in Bangalore game, then he came to me and he said, okay, now you are my main bowler, So as a kid, जब मैंने देखा कि Shane Warne, big name, captain, coach, आके मुझे बोल रहा है कि now you are my main bowler. So my morale was like from here to here. So I think same thing he did to maybe Yusuf Pathan and Watson and Jadeja. So I think credit to him the way he took performances out of the players.
And that's the big thing, that team went through the tournament and got better and better and better. And
I would just like
to is the management, the coaching, the inspiration within the team group that saw us across the line in that memorable final. Excellent question, Ayush.
I would just like to add one thing. आपका नाम आपने उस सीजन बना लिया था जब आपने हमारे दिल में खौफ बैठा दिया था आपके success in the T20 final. I thought the match is gone, but hopefully you got out. So again, thank you so much for joining the chat. It was an absolute pleasure talking to you.
Brilliant. I'm going to go to Calcutta. I know Romit is waiting. Romit has exams. आज exam, कल उसवेनु exam है, but maybe क्या मैं सोहेल भाई ना गल करनी है. The floor is yours, Romit.
Hi Sohail, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? First of all, best of luck.
Mumbai Indian fan है, Rohit Sharma, but he's on our forum.
Sure, sure. I would ask you this question. Like, you had your best figures in IPL, like 6 for 14 against Chennai Super Kings. So, like,
Yeah.
what did you think? Like, when Albie Morkel was hitting the ball long, he was batting on 42, and then you got him out. And what did you plan against him at that time when he was hitting the ball hard?
If you I mean, I think you are too young. You on that time you must have been very young or kid
Yeah, I was
maybe.
very.
So I don't know whether you have watched all the games or not. But what really worked for me throughout the tournament, that was my slow one, because nobody was picking that slow one. So whenever I was coming back in second spell, I was relying on my Yorkers and my slow ones. So I knew AB Morkel is hitting. So but I was pretty sure about my slow one. So if you look, if you, or maybe you can watch the highlights, the main wickets I've taken was on slow one. So I was ready to bowl, and that was the key, because he was going hard. He was going hard. So I knew that if he goes hard against me, he will not have any clue about my back of the hand slow one. So that was the plan.
Brilliant, brilliant. And it's always the disguise of the delivery and the batsman not knowing what to expect, which makes the unexpected, which is the wicket. Excellent. I'm going to go to Kapil Sharma. Kapilji, your chance to speak to Sohail.
Hello, Sohail Paji, Ukrit Paji. This is Kapil Sharma.
Hi.
And
Hi.
Paji, 6 for 14 was the time जब सारी दुनिया इधर की उधर हो गई थी. You were the man of the hour. So आपके लॉकर रूम में सबसे स्पेशल फ्रेंड कौन सा था इन द राजस्थान रॉयल टीम्स जिनके साथ आपने जम के सेलिब्रेट किया दैट नाइट? And my second question is, who is your favorite pick from this year's Rajasthan Royals 2021 team?
Excellent question. Excellent question. Favorite player
Okay,
कौन है Rajasthan Royals के?
I spent my most of the time with Kaif Bhai, Mohammad Kaif, Munaf, Yusuf Pathan, and Jaddu. Jaddu was very young at that time. Obviously, he just came back from under 19, I think, in 2008 when he joined us.
Yeah.
But he was naughty. And वो होता ना कि टीम की वो एक फुलझड़ी टाइप, टीम की जान जो एक बंदा होता है, जो someone who keeps everybody alongside, और वो हंसी मजाक वाला. So Jaddu was that person. और टाइम लेकिन मेरा इन लोगों के साथ ही गुजरा, ऑब्वियसली, क्योंकि एक तो वो लैंग्वेज बैरियर नहीं था. बैक इन 2008 मेरी इंग्लिश इतनी अच्छी नहीं थी. अभी तो फिर आई कैन स्पीक अ बिट, बट ऑन दैट टाइम आई वाज लाइक आई हैड नो क्लू. सो वो एक तो लैंग्वेज बैरियर उनके साथ नहीं था, जो अपने मतलब इंडियन प्लेयर्स थे उनके साथ. देन वो नमाज के लिए जाना, और सारे कैफ भाई मुसलमान हैं, एंड देन ऑब्वियसली यूसुफ भी और मुनाफ भाई भी. So वो एक ग्रुप हमारा बना हुआ था. We used to go for prayer and all that stuff. So I really enjoyed my time. लेकिन जडेजा के साथ ये था कि हंसी मजाक होना, मैच के बाद जो पोस्ट मैच पार्टीज वगैरह होती थी, वहाँ पे शोल मेला लगाना. So I enjoyed my time with everyone. I mean, सबके साथ अच्छी दोस्ती थी, अच्छा टाइम गुजरा.
That's brilliant. And last question, Nikita, who's your favorite player at the current RR? RR का player, who's your one player you can only name one player?
पाजी वो मुश्किल सवाल ना मेरे को पूछो, क्योंकि मैं टीम ही नहीं देखी. But my support is with उस दिन भी साडी गल हुई. My support is with Rajasthan Royal, obviously, because वो एक affiliation है मेरी. मैं खेले हैं उन नालों, and I really want them to win the trophy again.
Brilliant. And I see we'll all play. मैं क्या सारे पूजा करूँ, प्रे करूँ कि एस की 14 साल या जो तो ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਿੱਤਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ ਕੱਪ, 14 ਮੇਰੇ ਲੱਕੀ ਨੰਬਰ ਆ. 14 ਸਾਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਜਿੱਤੂਗੇ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ. Okay, excellent. I'm going to go to Tamil Nadu and Dinesh. Your question for Sohail ji.
Hi Sohail, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good, thank you. So I'm one of those fortunate souls who witnessed that 6 for 14. I was a schoolboy and I thoroughly enjoyed that.
Okay.
So I have a couple of questions for you. So from the time that you took 6 for 14, it took 11 years for Alzari Joseph to beat that record of 6 for 14. He had a career best figure of 6 for 12. So how do you feel about that? That's my first question. For your career best figure to be beaten,
Well,
it took 11 years to get beaten.
Well, I knew one day it's definitely going to be broken. I mean, records are meant to be broken, so I knew it's going to happen. But and well done to Alzari to do that. I mean, obviously taking six wicket in T20 game, four overs, it's not easy. It's not easy, and it doesn't come every second, every now and then. It comes after years and years. I mean, so I knew one day someone will definitely break it. I mean, there were times when few players come very close to that target, but they couldn't do it. But Alzari was the one who did it. So I really appreciate his performance, and maybe that record will definitely be broken again, because as I said, I mean, records are there to be broken.
Okay, so yeah, and another question. What are your messages to the youngsters? Because recent days we are seeing 3 formats of the games being played, and what are the short messages that you would like to share to the youngsters regarding the adjustments they need to make, both mentally and technically? In a nutshell, what would be your message be to the youngsters across the globe?
But nowadays, I mean, in general, especially in subcontinent, even worldwide, players really want to play only white ball and maybe only T20. But as a bowler, I think when you play red ball cricket, that really makes you a mature bowler. It's totally different to T20. I mean, the skills are different, but you can know yourself very well when you bowl longer spells. So I think if you want as a bowler to become a bowler, bowling is, I mean, like running and throwing the ball is different, but knowing your bowling is totally different. Knowing your bowling is what you want to bowl, what is your strength, what is your weakness. And when you know yourself better, then you become a better bowler. And I learned that, I'll be very honest, when I played IPL, and if I consider myself, if I look at myself now, I think when I played IPL, I was in terms of bowling skills and knowing myself, I was here and now I'm here. So that difference I learned during the years, playing red ball cricket, playing county cricket, bowling hours and hours, doing the reputation, So this is my message to youngsters. Don't only focus on T20 cricket. Yes, it's more money-making cricket. It's more glamorized. I mean, but still, to get that, you need to go through a process.
And that's the most important thing, is this process of learning, using your technique, improving your technique. Every game you play, you get better and better. I coach under 10s, and I said the more game that you spend in the middle, the better you will get. I'm going to go to Bangladesh now. Samin, your question for Sohail.
Assalamu alaikum, Sohail. I have 2 questions for you. What's your most cherishable moment in cricket? And aside from cricket, whom do you idolize the most?
Oh, 2 good questions there.
Okay. Obviously, beside cricket, if you ask, I mean, who else it could be? I mean, Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Obviously, he's the man to idealize.
Definitely.
I mean, the Muslim, we do that.
Definitely.
And if you ask me,
yes,
the most cherished moment, it's definitely, if you talk about international cricket and playing for Pakistan, it's winning 2009 World Cup T20. And if you talk about in general, obviously winning IPL, bowling that 6 for 14 spell, and then one spell I bowled in Caribbean League, where I took 5 wickets for just 3 runs. I think that really means a lot to me. That spell, I mean, bowling 4 overs just for 3 runs and taking 5 wickets, and those were big names. I think these are the moment if I summarize my career.
Excellent. I'm going to go to the US. Prasanna, your question?
Hello, Sohail. Sat Sri Akal. Hopefully you're staying home and safe in these hard times. I actually have 2 questions. I actually read a very interesting thing about you. In 2003, when South Africa toured Pakistan, you went there as a net bowler only on one condition, that you would bowl fast and not spin. And you were there in the middle bowling to players like Herschel Gibbs, Graham Smith, Jack Ellis. And how was that feeling like? And second one, how good is this kid Babar Azam? I mean, we're seeing him on a regular basis now. He's been playing superbly for Pakistan, and today they beat South Africa as well. And they are now only the first Asian side to beat South Africa in a bilateral series twice. So your thoughts on both of them?
Excellent.
Okay.
Question.
Obviously, when I went to that net, I mean, my only aim was to meet Pakistani players. I was just a kid on that time playing street cricket, no name, nothing. I was only playing table cricket, no leather ball cricket even. And my only aim was to meet and greet, like getting autographs, photographs, and stuff like that. So when my friend asked me, you will have to bowl fast, I said, okay, no problem. It's just a net. I mean, I didn't feel anything, to be honest. But when I went there, I think that was changing moment of my life, because when I went there, when I bowled against Graham Smith, Jack Ellis, and Gibbs, and the other players, I think I realized that I can be a fast bowler and a good fast bowler, because they really had trouble against me when they gave me new Kokobora. I mean, I never hold a new ball before that, and I didn't know anything about bowling. I was just running in and bowling fast. I was just throwing the ball. As I said earlier, I mean, bowling is different and knowing your bowling is different. So I was just running in and throwing the ball. But luckily it was landing well, and because of my tricky action, they had no clue about it. So that day really changed my life. If you say, okay, then coming to Babar, is similar to I mean, Virat. I mean, if you because I bowled against Virat Kohli in 2008 in IPL. I think that was the only moment I bowled against him. I got him out twice, I guess, or maybe once. I don't remember. But yes, you can see his progress. It's similar to Babar Azam. Babar Azam started, and then he gradually kept getting better, and now you can see where he stands. So I think, yes, they were talented for sure, both, but then it comes to their hard work, their discipline about their cricket, their life. I mean, you guys know about Kohli, how he manages his life. I mean, his fitness and stuff, everything you know about him. And I know about Babar, how he's working hard on his batting. He goes to the nets for hours and hours. So cricket is all about, whether you're a bowler or batsman, it's all about hard work. First, you need to know yourself, your skills, your strengths and weaknesses, and then work on that. So that's very simple. So I think Babar, he has long way to go, and the way he's playing is definitely going to be a big fish.
Brilliant. And it's the hard work, dedication these people do outside of the game, which makes them superstars on the pitch. I'm going to go to Jaydeep in Udaipur. Jaydeep, your question for Sohail, please.
Sat Shri Akal, Paji. Ki hal chal ne tode?
Sat Shri Akal, Paji.
First of all, it's a privilege to have you here, because you were the first purple cap holder of Indian Premier League, and one and only purple cap holder that we had till date, the Rajasthan Royals.
Well, that's extreme pleasure for me, man.
My question is basic and simple. आप जब IPL इंडिया में खेलने आए, तब आपका एक्सपीरियंस कैसा था? क्योंकि उस समय ज्यादा इंटरनेशनल प्लेयर्स के साथ खेला नहीं जाता था, साथ में लीग्स नहीं खेली जाती थी. एक नया कॉन्सेप्ट था, एक नया आइडिया था. हालांकि काउंटी क्रिकेट था उस समय भी, पर उधर इतनी अच्छी लेवल की कोचिंग, इतने अच्छे प्लेयर्स का साथ नहीं मिल पाता था. यहाँ पर आकर आपका एक्सपीरियंस कैसा रहा? और दूसरा मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि हम सब उस जमाने में पैदा हुए जहाँ T20 क्रिकेट को टेस्ट क्रिकेट से ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंस दी जा रही है. तो आपको क्या लगता है, ये सही है या गलत?
देखिए, पहला क्वेश्चन तो आपने जो किया, ऑब्वियसली वो उस टाइम पे एक बिल्कुल ही नई चीज थी दुनिया में. उससे पहले ऐसा हुआ नहीं था, एक फ्रेंचाइज क्रिकेट. और मतलब अभी क्योंकि आईपीएल एक ब्रांड बन चुका है ना, तो अभी तो आई कैन फील व्हाट I've done in IPL. उस टाइम पे मतलब इतना पता ही नहीं था कि ये कितनी बड़ी चीज बनने जा रही है. उस टाइम तो आईपीएल एक बच्चा था इन टर्म्स ऑफ लाइक पहला साल उसका. नोबडी न्यू कि अगले साल होगा कि नहीं, कितनी सक्सेस मिलेगी कि नहीं. सो क्रेडिट टू द मैनेजमेंट जो भी इनकी उस टाइम पे थी. अभी जिस तरीके से उसको लेके चल रहे, जितना बड़ा ब्रांड बनाया. एंड देन उस टाइम पे मतलब ऑब्वियसली हमारे लिए थोड़ा इजी इसलिए था, जब मैंने आगे भी इस बात का मेंशन किया कि एक तो लैंग्वेज बैरियर नहीं था. मतलब हम दोनों देश तकरीबन एक जैसी बोली बोलते हैं, कल्चर एक जैसा है, खाना पीना और सारी चीजें एक जैसी हैं. और उस टाइम तो कोई इतनी कोई टेंशन भी नहीं थी बॉर्डर पे, तो चीजें काफी रिलैक्स थी दोनों तरफ. सो वी रियली एंजॉयड, और वो एक अच्छा फन और मस्ती वाला माहौल था उस टाइम पे. इतना ज्यादा सीरियस नहीं लिया जाता था, जैसे मैंने कहा कि ऑब्वियसली क्योंकि पहला साल था, किसी को नहीं पता था कि ये क्या बनने जा रही है प्रोडक्ट. और उस टाइम पे T20 को लिया भी एज ए फन क्रिकेट जाता था, इतना सीरियस नहीं लिया जाता था. गो के ये फन वाली क्रिकेट है नहीं. शुरू में लोग समझते थे, बट एवरीबॉडी नाउ रियलाइज दैट दिस थिंग इज more demanding than any other cricket is. I mean, with due respect, Test cricket, obviously, as a player, आपने जो question पूछा, as a player, I rate Test cricket number 1, obviously, and I always do. क्योंकि वो real test है आपका, वहां पे आप क्रिकेटर बनते हो, वहां पे आपको पता चलता है अपना. बट T20 की डिफरेंट डिमांड है, यहाँ पे भी आपको डिफरेंट स्किल्स चाहिए होती हैं. अंडर प्रेशर आप हर टाइम अंडर प्रेशर हो. टेस्ट क्रिकेट में यू हैव टाइम टू कम बैक. आप अपने आप को एक सेशन बुरा गया, 2 सेशन बुरे गए, इवन एक इनिंग बुरी चलेगी, बट स्टिल यू कैन कम बैक. बट T20 में तो आपका हर बॉल ही प्रेशर वाला है, चाहे आप बैटिंग कर रहे हो चाहे बॉलिंग कर रहे हो. वो चीजें खराब होने में टाइम ही नहीं लगता, और आपको फिर टाइम मिलता भी नहीं उनको वापस पुल बैक करने का. सो दिस इज टोटली डिफरेंट प्रेशर. हर क्रिकेट का प्रेशर डिफरेंट है, और हर क्रिकेट का अपना मजा है.
बिल्कुल. एंड इस चीज फॉर अस एज फैंस सब कुछ ठीक है. टेस्ट क्रिकेट से आईसी इंडिया वर्सेस इंग्लैंड, फिर ओडी आ गई, और T20 वर्ल्ड कप आ गया, वर्ल्ड कप होना है, और नाले बैच और IPL आ गई. सो एज क्रिकेट फैंस, एवरी फॉर्म ऑफ क्रिकेट इज वेरी गुड फॉर अस, एंड द मोर क्रिकेट the better. I'm going to go now to Varun in the USA. Varun, your question. Sabto Sara youngster on our forum is Varun, and he's from New York, USA.
Yeah, hi, Sohail sir. It's a great honor to be meeting you in this meeting. And my question to you is, how do you look back at your highs and lows? And if a player faces anything bad or anything low, and mostly the youngsters, what kind of advice would you give those youngsters?
Well, my advice is as simple. I mean, just have belief and faith in yourself. Because I think I've seen so many lows after my injury. I started my career, was like my flight was going like this. I've taken off like this, and then it was like crash landing for a year and a half. I was not able to even play any cricket. I was out of, and people were started thinking that he's done. But then it was my self-belief. So my advice to every child who's watching, every kid who's watching or who's listening and who want to be a cricketer is just have belief and faith in your abilities. Work hard and have belief. That's it.
And that's the main 2 ingredients for anything in life. Whatever you have a dream, achieve, work hard, and you get there. I'm going to go to Afsal Bhai. Afsal Bhai, RCB fan. Afsal, your question to Sohail. And there's a few left, and we will get through everyone. Don't worry. Koi tension na rakho. We will get through.
Okay, so first of all, hi Sohail. It's an honor to be with you on this Zoom call. So बहुत strategy की बात हो गई, बहुत advice की बात हो गई, थोड़ी fun बात करते हैं, खाने की बात करते हैं कि बहुत अब 2007 से जब आपने क्रिकेट शुरू किया था, तब से न्यूट्रिशन बहुत बहुत ज्यादा डेवलप हो चुका है. पहले मैच खेलने से पहले आप बिरयानी खा के फील्ड पे उतर जाओ, आप पूरा दिन बॉलिंग कर लोगे, फील्डिंग कर लोगे. बट अब जो न्यूट्रिशन इंप्रूव हुआ है और उसका कितना इंपॉर्टेंस है एक प्रोफेशनल एथलीट के लिए और ऐसे यंगस्टर के लिए जो शायद शुरुआत कर रहा है, उसके लिए भी न्यूट्रिशन कितना मैटर करता है.
ऑब्वियसली यार, जैसे आपने बोला कि हम तो वो बिरयानी खा के भी, मैं आई सॉ दैट टाइम. आई मीन जब वो बिरयानी खा के या नान खा के वो कढ़ाई के साथ तो वो लंच करके तो मैच खेलने चले जाते थे. बट ट्रस्ट मी, वो खाना वापस आता था मुंह में. जब भागते थे ना तो वो वापस मुंह में आता था. सो इट रियली मैटर्स, इट रियली मैटर्स कि आप क्या खा रहे हो, क्या आपको खाना चाहिए. अब लकीली कि वो साइंस ने इतना वो तरक्की कर ली और वो ये स्पोर्ट्स न्यूट्रिशन आगे उनके आने से ये चीज अच्छी हुई. और आई एडवाइज यंगस्टर्स के प्लीज आपको पता होना चाहिए कि आपने मैच से पहले क्या खाना है. मैच वाले दिन अगर आप स्पेशली, अब मैं एज ए बॉलर, मैं आपको अपनी बात बताऊं तो मैं लंच नहीं करता जब अगर बॉलिंग होती है, क्योंकि एक तो अगर वनडे खेल रहा हूं तो एंड पे बारी भी आनी है, तो वो 1 घंटा पहले भी नहीं खा सकता क्योंकि आखिरी 10 ओवर में बारी आनी है और फिर पहला ओवर भी डालना है. तो मैं लंच नहीं करता था, मैं मतलब थोड़ा सैलेड ले लिया या पास्ता वगैरह ले लिया। रीजन इज कि जब आप ग्राउंड में जाते हो ना, जब अगर आपने हैवी खा लिया है तो वो खाना आपका फिर वो डाइजेस्ट क्योंकि इतनी जल्दी तो नहीं होता, तो वो वापस आपके मुंह में आता है और आपको वो डेफिनेटली कहीं ना कहीं जाके आपकी परफॉर्मेंस को लो करता है। सो इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू नो ऑन अ सीरियस नोट कि आपको पता होना चाहिए कि आपने क्या खाना है, मैच से एक रात पहले क्या खाना है और मैच के दौरान क्या खाना है, कौन सी चीज आपको इंस्टेंट एनर्जी देगी, कौन सी चीज डाइजेस्ट होने में टाइम लगाती है, उसको अवॉइड करना है। दोज लिटिल थिंग्स रियली मैटर्स।
And it's true. आज मैं 10 परोठे खाते सवेरे, है ना, मजा आया, पूरा मजा आया। तो मैं तो क्रिकेट खेलनी, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं आने। आईपीएल शुरू होंगे, रोज परोठा, न्यू परोठा every day. Okay, I'm going to go to
before we continue with this, my brother has a small question.
Okay, quickly.
Sure.
How did you get so good?
How did he get so good?
That's all.
Plenty of protei when he was young.
Son, there is no science behind it. It's all my hard work. Whatever you want to achieve in your life, if you want to be a scientist or want to be an engineer or doctor or cricketer or whatever you want to be, you have to work hard. There is no shortcut in life.
And I'm going to go to Naman in Jaipur. Naman ji, your question. And then we got
hello, Sohail,
and then we've got a couple more, and then we wrap up.
Yeah, hello, Sohail, sir.
Hi.
Yeah, like I have a one straight question. Like, what was the one special thing in the 2008 season that has helped you lifted the trophy compared to all the other seasons that we have not lifted the trophy? One special thing.
Look, because I didn't follow much IPL in later years, like last 4, 5, 6 years, I couldn't follow it much because of some own commitments, and then I was busy playing cricket. But I feel what really worked for us in 2008, that was like, as I said, I mean, we had team that really wanted to win. Obviously, every team, whoever plays wants to win, but somehow we gelled very well on that time, and things were started working for us when they included me in the playing 11, and I started performing. Shane Warne was there, he was performing. So I think our key players started performing on right time, and that's what happens in franchise cricket, because it's a very big, large players pool where every team get opportunity to pick play from. I mean, you see, I mean, it's like more than 800, around 1,000 players. So every team makes their like lineup equally good. It's not that on paper you can call some team very weak, and it's not like Zimbabwe playing Australia. Let me put it that way. You know, it's almost equal team playing each other. But what matter is clicking on the right time, gelling together, and making right calls, playing right combination. That really helped us back in 2008. But as I said, I mean, to be honest, I didn't follow much afterwards. So I don't know what went wrong to Rajasthan Royal, why they couldn't win it after me. Maybe I wasn't there, just on a lighter note.
So, definitely. They missed the left arm bowler. We're not going to talk about that.
No, I really wish them best.
Cool, excellent question. And I'm going to go to Romy in Mumbai. And then last couple of questions, and then we'll go. If you put your camera on, please.
Yes. Hello, Sohail bhai.
Hello, Paji.
It's a pleasure speaking to you. And since you have been on the first IPL and Rajasthan had also won it, so it feels like, more nice to be speaking to you. So I just want to know that what is like, obviously you may have times when you may not get selected into the team because of obviously performances or injuries. So what is the mental conditioning, or what is it that you all do mentally to prepare yourself again to get into the team and all of that? So and
Brilliant
how
question. दिमाग से की होता है?
And I also want to know, what role does your family play during that time?
Yeah, देखो, Obviously, आपका जो मुश्किल टाइम होता है ना, जो मैंने देखा है, जो मैंने एक्सपीरियंस किया है, इसमें जो सबसे टू गेट आउट ऑफ इट, द मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट रोल जिसका होता है ना, वो आपका अपना होता है. हाउ स्ट्रॉन्गर यू आर मेंटली. अगर आप बोलो ना कि आपके राइट लेफ्ट से कोई आके आपको उठाएगा और जोन से बाहर निकालेगा, तो इट्स नॉट गोना हैपन. Yes, you need support from your maybe family members or whoever, your closest one, maybe your friend or आपका coach या कोई भी. But असल जो होता है ना, वो आपकी अपनी जात होती है कि आप कितने mentally strong हो. अगर बुरी परफॉर्मेंसेस हुई हैं तो आपने अपने आप को कैसे उसको ओवरकम करना है. अगर तो आपने उन बुरी परफॉर्मेंसेस को अपने ऊपर हावी होने दे दिया and started thinking, oh, I'm done, I'm not good enough and blah blah, या अपने आप को sympathies देना शुरू कर दी, then you are done. Your chances are very slim to come back, you know. ऐसे में क्या करना होता है कि आपने अपने आप को उठाना होता है अंदर से. आप अपनी वो मेमोरीज, आप जब आपने अच्छा किया होता है, मैं क्या करता हूँ कि जब जो मैंने अच्छा किया होता है ना, मैं उसको रिकॉल करता हूँ यार कि मैंने वो भी तो मैंने किया था ना. लेट्स टॉक अबाउट 6 for 14, या जब अभी मैंने बात की 5 for 3, मतलब मैंने 3 रन दे के वो 5 विकेटें भी मैंने ली है ना. अगर मुझे 4 ओवरों में 40-50 पड़ गया तो वो भी मैं ही था जिसने 3 रन दे के 5 आउट की. यू नो, दिस टाइप ऑफ स्टफ आप अपने आप को रिकॉल कराते हो, तो आपको थोड़ा सा हौसला, ऑब्वियसली हौसला तभी आता है जब आप परफॉर्म अच्छा करते हो, बट उसके लिए प्रोसेस चाहिए होता है. पहले आपको वो बुरे वाले दिन को बुलाना होगा, तब आप जाके अच्छा करोगे. तो उसको बुलाएंगे आप कैसे? To forget that, you have to remind yourself what good things you have done. You know, अपनी achievements को recall करते हैं. So that's how it works.
And that mental conditioning and knowledge of what you've done in the past will help in the future. I'm going to ask 3 quick questions now. I'm going to go to you.
Baji, make it one last brief. Question.
Haji. I'm going to go to Bolo.
Please.
Okay, Yatharth, a young presenter from Delhi Capitals.
So sir, my question to you is that how important is it for a cricketer, you know, even I am a district level cricketer right now, so how important is it to fight with the injuries? Because if you get an injury, if you get an abdominal injury, it takes you about 1 to 2 weeks, and to get back into that rhythm is not very easy. So can you give some tips to how to deal with some injuries?
Son, 1 or 2 weeks is nothing. I mean, I was out for cricket for like 1.5 years. And after that, I have played about 350 T20s and I've became the 5th world highest wicket taker. So what I'm saying is, I mean, आपको पता होता है कि इंजरी ने एक दिन ठीक होना ही है. I mean, it's a natural process. Body का जो है कि आपको पता है it's gonna heal up, whether it's 2 weeks, 3 weeks or maybe 4 weeks. तो अपने आप को मोटिवेट रखना है आपने. आई मीन, जब आपको पता, क्योंकि मेरी इंजरी में उस टाइम पे तो मुझे शुरू में तो व्हेन इट हैपेंड और व्हेन आई डिड माय सर्जरी और ऑल दैट, उसके बाद तो मुझे लग रहा था कि आई वुडंट बी एबल टू वॉक फ्रीली विदाउट क्रचेस. तो अगर मैं उस फेज से वापस आके इंटरनेशनल लेवल पे इतनी क्रिकेट खेल सकता हूँ ना, तो फिर तो ये छोटी मोटी इंजरीज लाइक आपको कोई काफ स्ट्रेन हो गया या कोई स्ट्रेन कोई भी है वो बॉडी में हो गया, इट्स नेचुरल प्रोसेस कि आपकी बॉडी उसको हील अप कर देती है. सो देयर इज नथिंग टू वरी अबाउट. जस्ट कीप, मैंने कहा ना कि लाइफ का मैं वो बार बार उसी चीज को रिपीट कर रहा हूँ कि द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज योर सेल्फ बिलीव. यू हैव टू कीप बिलीविंग ऑन योर एबिलिटीज.
And that's it. Mental strength again. If you mentally feel strong, eat the right stuff and look after yourself, you will naturally heal. I'm going to go to Zarif. Zarif, your one question for Sohail, Rakamal, and then Navjot, and we finished. Chalo.
Zarif. Assalamu alaikum, Sohail bhai.
Walaikum salam.
So
volume nahi aayi hai?
Yeah, I couldn't hear it.
Okay.
He's on mute.
He's on mute. 1 second. Yeah, come there.
Okay.
Yeah, karo.
Acha, assalamu alaikum, Sohail bhai. I just had a small question. I read that
the Majni on the Rakamal. Can we go to you? Sorry, Zarif.
Sure. Assalamu alaikum, Sohail bhai. My
Salam,
question is, having played T20 leagues all over the world, which particular condition if any, do you think suits T20 cricket the best?
Which venue is the best one? Yeah. Which is your favorite venue?
Which venue is the best one?
Yeah.
Look, I think playing as if you ask me as a player, playing in front of like 100,000 people is obviously nothing like it. So playing in India, I played international cricket in India with like 100,000 people sitting and they all against you, like cheering for obviously their own team. But वो मजा आता है playing in front of crowd, the passionate crowd. उसके सामने मजा आता है obviously. So obviously I enjoyed playing cricket in India. Because in whole world I think the way Indian people loves cricket, nobody else does. Even in Pakistan there are so many fans जहाँ यहाँ पे भी cricket को चाहा जाता है, but the way you guys or maybe people worship in India, they worship cricket, they worship cricketers in India. So obviously playing in front of them is nothing like it.
And it's true. And like we're waiting for the Montera, obviously the final of the IPL, maybe 100,000 there, 110,000 there. So we're looking forward to that. I'm going to go to Zarif if you're working, and then Nav will finish off the session.
Assalamualaikum Sohail bhai. Hopefully it's better now. I just read up somewhere that in 2007 you actually bowled spin in a test match against India in order to adapt better with the pitch. So I found it very interesting. So I was wondering, just that example, how important do you think it is for bowlers in today's modern day and age in any format to adapt to the condition? How important is it to bring in the variation or adapt to the stadium? That's one thing. And just one other lighthearted question. How has been generally your experience in Bangladesh and the love you get? Like whenever you come, I know for a fact that we love you here. We love that action. We want to see you in, Mustafiz and our left arm, other left arm bowlers. So how has it been generally? Just that.
Look, the main thing, as I said, knowing yourself, knowing your strength as a bowler and bringing all those variation in. As a bowler, you learn this by spending the time in the net. So maybe bowling longer overs. Because if you cannot read the pitch, अगर आपको यही नहीं पता होगा कि मैंने इस pitch पे कौन से weapon को utilize करना है, then your chances are very slim to get success. So sometime, let's put it that way, if I'm playing in Bangladesh and I'm just trying to bowl bouncer and trying to get that pace out of the pitch, it's not going to happen. I have to utilize my variation into the pitch, slow ones or maybe slow bouncer, stuff like that. But if I'm playing in Australia or maybe in England, those variations not going to work over there because you need pace over there. So that's how you have to be very smart to adjust the condition, assess the condition first, and then adjust accordingly. What was your second question?
I'm going to ask some quick 5 questions to Sohail.
Okay. Let me answer his second question. Obviously, it was. I always loved playing in Bangladesh. As I said earlier, that in India, people are very crazy. Same goes to Bangladesh as well. And as a Pakistani player, we always get respect, love over there. And I always enjoyed my time in Bangladesh, whether it's international cricket or I was playing BPL. I played 4-5 seasons in Bangladesh, BPL, and I enjoyed my time there. Because as a spectator, as a player, you need spectator who, because I feel the players, they are similar like artists. And as an artist, you need appreciation. When there are people sitting like 50,000 people
all about
sitting
fans,
there,
in the COVID times, the problem is the fans are not at the stadium and how the cricketers perform. Okay, so quick questions and then we will finish. Okay, do you prefer cha or coffee?
What I prefer, cha or coffee? Okay, if I'm in Pakistan, I always go with cha because homemade, pakki hui cha. But when I go abroad, I don't, because I don't like, with due respect, I don't like English breakfast tea. So I prefer coffee over there, especially in England. My what I always enjoy in UK and my best thing over there, what I miss, I know you guys gonna hate it. It's raining raining outside, driving and coffee. Barish te coffee.
Okay.
I know you guys don't hate it.
Or chawal.
KKFC, what did you say?
Parothe or chawal.
Aloo wale parathe anytime, Paji. Chawal.
Aloo wale parathe, badhiya. And favorite ground in India?
Favorite ground in India, obviously, Jaipur and Mohali.
Wow. My favorite two grounds too. Badhiya. And for the future, for your future now, do you see yourself as a coach or a manager in cricket after you retire?
I'm still undecided at the moment. I'm thinking about commentating or going towards coaching. Maybe commentating and then having short stint like in league.
Oh, brilliant. And I've got to thank
but
Sophie,
not commitments with any international
as
team
well.
or something like that.
She organized all this, and it's been a pleasure. It's been an honor to be with you. If Nav's not around, Nav, I will keep it for last because Nav is actually played against you, but his camera is not on, so I'm not sure if he's around. So Nav, one of our members from London, he's actually played against you. So I was leaving that question to the end, but Nav is not here. Sohail, it's been a magnificent thing. It's taken more time than we ever dreamed of. The Zoom, Matali behind the scenes, she's been excellent. She's extended the team at the time secretly, so I didn't have the countdown, so I didn't have to rush. But the way you have spent your time with everybody from the forum, you've spoken to people in India, you've spoken to people in Bangladesh. Our Pakistani friends were supposed to be coming, pata nahi ki ho gaya, koi tension ho gayi, but I don't know why, but you've been absolutely amazing. So guys, put all your camera, your volume up. I want to give you a big round up for Sohail.
Thank you, Paji. Thanks everyone.
Thank
you, sir. Thank you.
And we'll definitely get you on a live Instagram sometime. And Mazak ho gaya thi, but thank you so much, guys. Join the Rajasthan Royals Fans Forum and keep it true. I live to my promise, which is to get Sohail here, which is my dream. And he's been such an amazing host. And I wish you all the best in the future. And ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੰਗਲੈਂਡ ਆਉਂਗੇ ਉਹ ਮੈਂ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਆਉਂਗਾ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਆਉਂਗਾ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਆਲੂ ਵਾਲੇ ਪਰੌਂਠੇ ਦਾ ਸਾਗ ਮੱਕੀ ਦੀ ਸਾਗ ਦੁਆ ਦੀ ਰੋਟੀ ਜੋ ਕੁਝ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਲੈਣਾ I will definitely provide you. So thank you very much, guys.
More than welcome to Pakistan. England
I will definitely come to Nankana side. And I also will come to the new border, the new border in the border. So I will definitely come there, and if I do, I will call you as the Aya, and we will definitely chill together.
Be my guest.
Thank you very much. Guys, here we close the show. Thank you so much for here, and we will see you soon.